Hello, everybody. It's Tiffany from Farmington Area Public Library here with the Not So Crafty Girls again with another craft. Today we will be making these DIY gumball machines for Easter.
Okay, so what do we need to do first?
Today we're just going to be painting the terracotta pots,
Okay.
the lid, and the drawer pulls.
With the
Yes.
okay. So
You can see the doorknob.
They're little
and
drawer
where do you
pulls.
find these?
The drawer pulls, I was able to find them at Hobby Lobby in the wood making section. I mean, they're only $2.49 for this time. They had several different packages that you could buy. I mean, I'm sure you could go to like Farm King or any hardware store. They might sell something like that.
Did you happen to take the lids, so you would know? Oh no, you just
No.
guessed. Good job.
I just kind of eyeballed it.
All right.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So I'm going to use.
Jeannie will be using chalkboard paint today to paint her terracotta pot and her lid. And Anna is using just everyday acrylic paint. You can buy chalkboard paint from Walmart or any craft store. And acrylic paint you can buy from multiple different places. You can find it the cheapest probably at Walmart.
Because it's what, less than $1 probably?
It's like 97 cents.
Okay, and then we're using the sponge thing because.
Yes, a sponge brush. It's easier to apply paint to a larger surface when you're trying to paint.
Okay. Obviously, we're not doing anything to prep.
No, we're not priming anything. We're just painting.
Painting. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I noticed we don't have any paper towels in case I make a mistake. So just like this.
Just kind of layer it on there, however.
Now, I noticed, did you do something fancy with yours? Because,
No,
oh.
I just
Well, it's got that look to it. I don't know.
just put paint on there and wiped both ways.
Okay, so we're gonna put the paint on and then you wipe some off.
No, I painted like different strokes up and down
Oh,
and then across.
oh.
There's no rhyme or reason for it. You just
Maybe I'm not explaining what I see. Like I see some of the pot through that.
Oh.
I like that look. I don't. There's
Not
a
as
word
much
for
paint.
it. I don't know what it is.
it looks rustic.
Rustic,
It kind of looks like it's distressed.
distressed. Yes. How can I get that look?
I not
mean,
use so much paint. You're fine, but not to use so much
Too
paint.
late for you.
But the chalkboard paint is thicker than the acrylic paint.
I did notice that. I got.
But if you kind of wipe some off of the brush when you go to put it on the paint on your plate, wipe some off on the plate, dip it, and then wipe it off to the side some, and pull some off, and the coats won't be so bad. There you go.
Well, this might be the back side.
We also have another pot if you want to try again.
No, that's.
And this acrylic paint washes up with soap and water,
Yes.
so you don't have
Do I
to have
do-
special
I do
turpentine
I
or
do
anything.
this too, right?
It's optional, Jeannie. And yes, Anna, it does. It washes up very well.
What about how do you clean up after the chalkboard paint?
Soap and
Same
water
way?
also, except it will take a little bit more pressure. And Jeannie, so you're aware, if you kind of go with what Anna's doing there, she
What
kind of stuck her hand inside of it so she can paint it without getting the paint all over.
But now I have a dilemma on how I'm going to set it down.
And I'll actually come help you set that down
Okay.
because I had the same dilemma with mine.
And then you put as many coats on as you.
Yep, as you desire.
As you desire, which.
I put 2 coats on mine. On the
okay,
blue one
On
here.
the blue there.
And I like the way it looked. I didn't. Think
I
it
know.
needed
I
more.
like that. I mean, I wanted white, yes, but I.
If you don't like it, you can start over. And we have
No, I don't want to waste.
I mean, we
it.
have acrylic white. So if you want a more distressed look, use acrylic paint
Oh.
instead of chalkboard paint.
Now, okay, go ahead. I've seen people dip and then over here. Then like put some black on here.
You could,
Would that
yes.
help?
You could. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't normally distress things.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't use chalkboard paint a lot. But you do have the advantage with that being chalkboard paint. You could use like a colored piece of chalk and you could write on it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Mhm.
thought you had to only use the black chalkboard paint.
No, you can use any kind of
So
chalk.
you
I
could
did
get
not know
sidewalk.
this.
You could get sidewalk chalk and write little change your saying on it.
Who knew?
You could
You
put
probably did, not me.
you can put Happy Easter on it in colored chalk. I mean, you can get chalk markers and write on it.
Oh.
Okay.
Where do you
That
get the
makes
chalk
sense
markers
now
at?
because
You can
I've
buy
been-
chalk markers on Amazon. You can buy them. I
Hobby
think
Lobby
even
probably.
Hobby Lobby, Walmart sells them, and Dollar Tree actually has a few white chalk markers, not colored.
Okay, well,
But with yours being white, you have options. White goes with any theme and any holiday. pretty
yeah,
much.
that's kind of why I
So
picked it.
you can
but-
change it out more.
Learn something new every time you watch us. Well, I do.
Yeah.
I always wondered why they called it all chalk paint. Now I know, because even though it's not black, you can still put chalk on it.
Well, it's kind of like whenever we did the program with the chalkboard paint. Like we did the succulents in the little mini jars.
Okay.
That's what we use the chalkboard paint for. You're
I
getting that
see.
distressed look by touching it.
Well, better touch it some more, because I mean, I am trying to do it lighter,
Mhm.
but
Okay.
yeah, because I kind of like that, but
I'm going to bring mine up. Mine has one coat of paint on it with the yellow.
It takes about an hour for the acrylic to dry.
yeah, this stuff is way fast.
So
see,
we'll see what it looks like
I can't decide.
after it dries, if I want to add a second coat or not.
Another way to get the distressed look that you're wanting is sandpaper. You kind of sand it with sandpaper.
Yeah. At this point, it's okay. I think I'll just.
How do I get it off my hand without making a big mess? Oh,
I think I'm just gonna not distress it.
thank you.
Just
You're welcome. Let me know when you're ready to get that off your hands, Jamie.
okay.
So I don't have it on my face yet, so we're good.
Well, I do have it on my hand here, but
I guess I could have used the glove.
it's okay.
Okay, so the lid.
The lid, it will take a couple coats and it will take a little bit longer to dry because it is metal. A better way to be able to get the paint to adhere would be sand it down maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
this.
Just add some texture to it. But, I mean, the paint stayed on mine, but some of the metal showed through and I kind of
Yeah,
like
which
that.
I like that.
So,
All right, I'm not going for the distressed look at this point. So I think I'll like it.
are you ready to get it off?
Yeah, I think I can just pull it off.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Could you use primer maybe too on the metal lids?
Probably.
Like a Rust-Oleum primer? Would that?
Maybe.
help?
I'm not sure. But they
Cause-
say even with spray paint, sometimes people state that it's better to kind of give it some texture so the paint stays better. Spray painting them would have been easier than just painting them like this.
Oh, okay.
But that's
Spray
a little
paint
more
the lid.
cost. Depends.
It would
what
have.
you
The
have.
cost would have been more. I mean, with this, we only cost maybe, I don't know,
most of our supplies did come from Dollar Tree.
Yes, you can find the terracotta pots at Dollar Tree. You can find the jars at Dollar Tree. I will state that if you're in the area and you go to Canton Dollar Tree, you will not be able to find the jars because they do not have them. I was able to find them in Pekin. They had several in stock. The rabbits and then the eggs that are there and the moss, I was able to find those at Dollar Tree.
And they have these sponges.
Yes, they do. But they are cheaper to buy at Walmart because you can get a small pack for like 97 cents.
Okay, well, I'm just going to let that dry because that is going to need another coat.
Yes. The lids
Yeah.
probably will need another coat.
Okay.
Today we're just showing you the
Yes,
painting
just-
process,
yeah.
and then
don't
after
have to-
things dry, we will come back and make sure you get all the processing.
And, you know, if you might want to consider putting gloves on to paint.
That would have been a good idea, Hannah.
I know.
Had you mentioned that before we started.
Because I have it all over my hands now.
It washes off with just soap and water.
Okay.
So it depends on how.
I mean, if you don't mind getting some paint on you, I mean, that's one of the things with painting. You're going to get it on you whether you want it or not. If you didn't wear gloves, most likely you guys would have had it on your arms and everything else.
Who knows? Because we didn't wear gloves. Okay. All right. So.
Your
So-
wood piece may need another coat too.
Yeah,
It may not.
I think it will.
It's however you like it. I didn't care. I actually
No,
thought
I-
about leaving mine not painted because I
Oh,
liked the way
really?
the wood looked on top of it. But then I painted it.
So,
I do like it.
yeah. I think
Okay.
my lid and the knob will need the
Yeah.
second coat. The jar says let dry for an hour. So, I think we're going to let. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to let things dry for an hour.
And then we'll be back.
Then we'll be back. Hello. So,
Paint's dry.
paint's dry.
And now we're going to assemble our little gumball machine thing.
Yeah.
So, what are we using, Tiffany?
Okay, you guys are going to use E6000. The actual instructions for this calls for hot glue, but the hot glue did not hold the jars so well. I think it's because the jars are heavier because they are glass. But you'll just I would recommend putting the E6000 on the knob itself and then sitting it down.
Okay. So, I used a skewer when I painted the knob just so it was easier and kept the paint off my fingers. I did notice because of the terracotta pot, my pot is more of a, I don't know, sunflower color, and my lid and knob are brighter. So I would suggest that you, if you want them all the same color, maybe prime this with a white before you paint it the color that you want. That's just something I discovered. So, and
You just put it around the thing and then you stick it down and kind of hold it for a little bit.
okay.
E6000 dries fairly quickly. It's very sturdy hold. Mine had to travel in the car and it flipped in my seat and it actually hit the seatbelt thing. I was so worried the knob was going to come off and it didn't.
Okay. Probably don't want to get this on your hands.
No, probably not.
And I probably just put too much on there.
Dries clear, obviously.
Yes.
Would you put it on this or would you put it on
I
the
put
bottom
mine
of this?
on the bottom of the glass and it kind of goes around the edge itself.
Wait a minute. This
Yes,
bumpy
the
edge?
rim. The bumpy ridged edge.
Okay.
That's centered.
It's best to put the glue and glue the project together before assembling, because if you assemble and then put it together like I did, you're going to have to open the jar and fix it. It is completely optional. You can choose to glue the lid on if you want.
We're not going to glue our
No.
lids on.
We chose not to glue our lids because we want to be able to change it out for the season.
Okay, so you put the glue on the bottom of your.
The bumpy edge of the jar.
Okay. And then any particular way
Nope, I just kind of sat
stick
it
it on
down
there?
and rearranged as needed.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And you kind of want to apply some pressure to it after you set it down.
So could you use super glue?
I'm sure you could, but super glue, whenever it touches glass, it leaves a white film.
Yes, because I accidentally put some in the middle of the bottom. It's not even touching the terracotta pot, but it'll get covered up with stuff. So just keep it around the edge.
And there is a
No,
slight,
well,
a slight odor.
Yes, there is an
with
odor
this.
to it. There is.
do you
It is strong.
should wipe this off before we put
Yes.
the cap on?
Yes. You want to wipe it off before you put the cap on because you don't want to glue the cap onto it, of course.
And then
Apply
Do you
some
know-
pressure.
about Gorilla Glue.
I know about Gorilla Glue. I've seen that in the aisle. I bought the E6000 at Walmart today in the crafting section. It is with the adhesives and stuff like that. And there is a tube of Gorilla Glue that looks like that, but I've never used Gorilla Glue for
Okay.
crafting.
Because I've used it. You don't want to get that on your fingers at all. But I don't know how it dries, if it dries clear or if it's a milky color.
This one dries clear. I mean, you'll be able to see some of it, but if anything, you could always paint over it if it drips or anything like
Now,
that.
I see I put too much glue on it. Would I be able to wipe it or not?
Probably not. It would probably take the paint off if you wiped
Okay.
I
it.
was gonna glue. Well, I see.
So, less is more with this one.
Yeah.
And,
Like I said, you could always paint over that glue.
Really?
yeah, I'm not really worried. It just looks,
She,
Just make that the back side,
it looks clunky.
unless it's
Maybe.
oozing out both sides.
you don't think you can wipe it off with paper towel?
I'm
or-
afraid the paper towel stick to the.
The paper towel would probably stick to it. You might be able to slightly peel it off once it dries completely.
Oh,
I might try that.
Kind of like a silicone.
okay. All right.
All right.
So now we're ready to. Can we go ahead and fill?
I would try picking it up and see if it comes apart first. Slightly, not like
All right.
really.
I'll see my knobs glued.
Knob staying on, that's good.
Staying on.
You just kind of want to move your jar a little, but not.
Well.
There you go. Basically, that's how you test to make sure.
Okay.
Now you continue.
Hers
Okay.
was on there.
Yours
So-
is there. Oh,
Oh,
No.
mine slipped.
I mean, I
might need to press it down,
think
like
yours
from the
isn't
top.
quite centered.
Oh,
Maybe
it
not.
doesn't look like it's
No,
quite
it
centered.
looks like it needs to come back. There.
There you go.
There we go.
Now, kind of what I did whenever I did mine, I pressed down on the top part
Well, I
of it.
Yeah.
Yours is good.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, we're done. I mean, at this point, right?
Yes,
It's just now you fill it whatever you want.
you fill it however you would like to fill it. Jeannie is going to make hers
I'm
more
gonna
like the
copy
example.
Tiffany's.
She's going to use some moss that was bought at the Dollar Tree. It's simple. I mean, you just kind of put it in there. It's a preference thing, however much you want to put in. It is very messy. And Anna has decided that she is going to do hers more like a little treat jar type thing.
Yes. So we're going to decorate it with some peeps, some foil covered eggs. I found these little
Carrot gummy?
carrot gummies at Dollar Tree. FYI, if you like peeps, they're actually, you can get a better deal at Walmart. So just keep that in mind. And we're not sponsored by anybody. It's
Just the Farmington Area Public Library.
yes. We also, if you want to add ribbon, we have different ribbon, and both of these came from Walmart, which you probably can't see. So, there's the ribbon style that we got.
Use the skewer off of the thing to kind of move my stuff around.
If you're looking for the rabbits, we found those at Dollar Tree. They are on skewers to begin with.
Just pulled right off.
It just pulls right off. There's pink, there's blue. I think there might even be purple and green ones. I'm not quite sure.
I didn't want this.
And then the eggs are actually little skewers. There's skewer ones, and then there's also little decoration. Like if you have a decorative tree, you can hang them on that.
Yeah.
And if you don't want the ribbon, you can just kind of pull it out.
I did. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's your craft, not
Right.
mine.
I mean, they'll hang. People do little branches for Easter with these, but I just.
You can just pull them right out. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can get like little figurines and stuff like that.
Yeah, Tiffany has a variety of things. This is can't do it really. Fairy, couldn't think of it.
We have a fairy. Now, these were purchased from Dollar General for $1.
The gnome, which is.
We have a little gnome.
That would look cute in here too with this mossy stuff.
And then we got some little chicks and stuff like that.
So really versatile, really, I mean.
You can make it for anything. I mean, if you don't celebrate Easter, you can put even a fake succulent in it. You can put some fake flowers in it even. I mean.
That's after spring. I'm planning on maybe putting sunflower in it. Like get a big sunflower and stick it in it. In the fall, maybe some decorative leaf ideas.
You're hiding your rabbit.
Oh, am I?
You might be able to prop him up some.
I like the eggs. I like the eggs, but I like him, so.
Maybe put the skewer in him, like, and
Oh.
make it smaller so he'll kind of pop up some.
Okay, Tiffany suggests. Oops.
Because these skewers are just
Yeah, just stick it back
little
in.
sticks. And kind of, you can either use the scissors and cut it off, or you might just be able to break it off.
Okay. All right, so.
And I was just thinking, so if you caught our snow globe video, way to go. Our
Eye protection may be needed.
our snow globe video, you could
that's too
transform that. Those globes, you could put a little Easter grass in those and use the figurines
Well, we can.
in those. No, but you
If
can
you didn't
get
glue
a new
them.
one.
Yeah, get a new one because we super glued those to the bottom.
Yes.
Check out that video if you haven't seen it. Closer to Christmas.
But you can get some ideas there. There's so many different ways that you can do that. You might need to take some of the moss out. Or make him shorter.
I know.
Kind of stick the stick up further. It's just styrofoam.
Just push it up a little bit further.
And I don't know, these are like Peeps chicks. Does Peeps make
They make
rabbits?
bunnies too.
So I should have got the bunnies, but
Yeah, I mean,
You could leave your lid off of it. You can put the lid
no,
on it.
I like the
depending
lid
how
on
you want
it, but
That looks
gonna
fine.
have to tweak that a little bit, but
It looks good.
not as good as hers. But anyway, all right.
All
right.
It doesn't
and then
have
you
to
can
be
add
like
ribbon
mine.
if you wanted to. You
Oh,
could glue it
yeah.
or tie it on there, or leave it. They are cute.
And like we said, we didn't glue our lids on because we want to be able to do things like this.
Yeah.
We kind of want to take them apart and be able to put other things in it. Like this little gnome,
that
maybe.
is-
That's a little
cute.
spring
Isn't that
thing.
Cute? Can they see it?
More for spring. If you're decorating for spring, you can put a little gnome in there.
And these bubblegum containers are really the rage right now. And for what? $2, $3.
$3, $4, just depends on how much you
How
want
much
to
you
put in
want to
it.
put in it?
I mean, if you have the paint already
Yeah.
and you have the glue already from crafting, I mean,
Right. You already have some of this stuff, and then once again, I used the white chalk. I'm gonna set that up there. Ooh, I know it's probably not all the way dry. Tiffany used a multi-purpose paint for hers, and Anna used just an acrylic paint.
latex.
So
so you could write a little message on yours if you really wanted to.
yeah, set hers up there and try it.
I don't think my jar's all
But
the
that
way
is
wet.
cute.
And this is how Anna did hers with the candy.
Give it a try, I said.
Keep
Good
my husband
craft.
out of it. Maybe I need to glue the lid on.
Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to
Let it sit a little bit
Yeah.
longer.
sit on there.
This is an easy fix, so.
Yeah, it needs to be glued now, so. Or, I meant dry, sorry.
So we will let that dry.
And,
And there's a simple craft for you to put together.
yeah, that was fun.
Thanks for joining us.